Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm still sniffling a little bit from those tell me anything readings that I was doing. Kind of off camera messages that wanted to come through, and yeah, one of them definitely got me, and I feel like it could also be for you. I was getting strong Libra Taurus energy from it, but it was an Empress reading, and Taurus, you are also the Empress card in the tarot. So when I got one of the decks out for you, I haven't shuffled it yet. I pulled the deck out of the box and the Empress was sat there, so you may also want to go and watch that reading. Another indicator that some of you may resonate with that reading, being the Empress in the tarot as Libra is. So even though in that reading I'm talking as though I'm talking to a Libra because of their February reading, basically. With you having that shared energy of the Empress energy, just know that that could also be a reading for you as well, especially because as I was picking the cards up, I found the eye that I talked about in that reading. And so again, it could be an indicator that this reading could also be for you, especially if you do see yourself as very nurturing, as kind of having that mothering energy that comes with the Empress card. Absolutely could be a reading for you, but it's very emotional, so get your box of tissues ready. The underlying of, well, actually I shuffled this deck. It was the strangest things. I shuffle, stop shuffling. You know, oh my god, no way, I didn't know she was there. Double Empress, what the flip? Like, and is that the Chariot? No way. Yeah, absolutely, 100% go and watch that reading. I'm getting strong indicators that it's also for you. There could be two Empresses. There could be a Libra and a Taurus who are about to possibly team up in some sort of way. That is super interesting. So just to point out on these two cards, again, this is one of your cards in the tarot shared with Libra. She's depicted as being pregnant. Somebody could be pregnant, but this is a symbol of her being abundant. So her having a lot of ideas, her being an energy that can help you to grow. This is also signified by the bunny rabbit, which is usually on the Empress card, but she doesn't have one, which is again a symbol of fertility, of rapid growth, of rapid expansion. There could be something here about perhaps childhood, children. These could have been two best friends. It could be talking about past lives. It could be talking about an equal relationship. I mean, this is an incredibly equal relationship. Two Empresses. This is really getting like, this is Libra, this is Taurus. Really getting this kind of like teamwork, collaboration, equal give and take, equal emotional give and take here. It's almost like two mothers who are on the same emotional wavelength. What an interesting reading. It's so interesting that I should do the readings like this. I swear to God, I haven't set this up. You know, this is exactly how it came out of the box. This one was fully shuffled, and I went to put it down, face down, without seeing the Empress. I just went to automatically shuffle face down, and I was like, oh, I've put it the wrong way up. And then I picked it up, and I was like, no, actually, for some reason that one card was the wrong way in the entire deck. Now I do feel like there's such a tie-in with that off-camera reading, that Empress reading. Please do go and watch it if this is resonating. I was seeing the Four of Cups a lot, at least a week ago. I think I actually did a reading on it about the Emperor being in this Four of Cups energy, where he was like, you know, he was damaged, he was in pain, perhaps he'd lost somebody, perhaps he'd literally lost a wife, right? Could be, I don't know, divorce. It could have been that they passed away. It could be that this person lost a mother, but they were coming in with this energy of all love does is break and end, right? All love does is cause me pain. Every time I love, I lose. So it's like, why would I put my heart on the line just to suffer that pain again? So the meaning of the Four of Cups card, there's three cups here that have caused this person disappointment. They're emotionally over it. They're emotionally like, I'm done with these situations. I'm done with dating. I'm done with relationships. I'm done with love. I'm done with feeling things. I'm stubbornly opting out here. And yet there's this cup that's in this depiction. It's up on this shelf, right? Next to this skull, which was what was giving me that kind of like, if I open my heart, is it just going to end again? If I open my heart, is it just going to cause me pain? The fourth cup normally is being given by a hand, indicating that this is a divine love. It's a spiritual connection. Again, with the Six of Cups, that indicates a spiritual connection. It's unconditional love. It's a gift from the universe. It's divinely guided, and yet this person's missing out. This is a card about missing out, about missing opportunities, because they're too busy sulking and because they've closed the heart. So it's like there's this Empress in waiting here. There's this Empress who's like trying to nurture, trying to provide them with love, and they're saying no. A stubborn energy to me is a bit of a Taurus card, just because it's so stubborn. You are known as being a very stubborn sign. You know, you like to set your goals and stick to them. You don't like to change paths, which is a difference with Libra. Libra is very flexible, very, very adaptable, always jumping into different gardens, right? It's like never quite fully in one situation or out of another. Libra's very in the middle. Libra, like sharing it with Cancer, right? This kind of like, I'm not picking sides. I'm going to harness the two. I'm going to bring things together rather than allow things to drift apart. So there could be a message in there as well for you. Right, interesting reading. I'm actually going to split things, just so you can see, like, the Empress is... Look, did you see what flashed? Look where I've put the Empress. You saw, that was completely accidental. The Empress is next to the unconditional love card, the Ace of Cups. She's next to that card that person was ignoring. I can't find it. I've put it in the deck now. She's next. The Empress is the 4th cup. Okay. What an idiot. What an idiot. And she's there feeling rejected. If you go back to my other reading, the Empress is there feeling out in the cold and rejected. Somebody's missed the chance with an Empress. What can I say? They were too slow. They were too slow to commit. Wow, that's your card as well, by the way. The Hierophant card. A Taurus could have missed a chance with an Emperor. We could be talking about same-sex reading, you know, secure foundations, hearing the call, second chances. Right, okay. Stop talking. I'm not ready for you yet. Heck, I'm trying to shuffle you. Oh my God, she's come out again. What is this reading? What is this energy? I've not even lit my joss sticks and things yet. Oh my God. Okay, well, I was going to ask what energy you're in, and I think you're the Empress. I think you're in Empress energy. I'm feeling like, is there a Libra that's like jumping around in front of your face saying like, damn it, recognize me as my Empress energy. I am your equal. Right, okay, shush, deck, shh. I'm not even going to look at what's on the underlying. I will want to go to use it. Just be quiet for a second, please, deck. I'm going to use this deck. I'm going to use this card as your Empress energy. I'm going to just check as well. I haven't even shuffled this deck yet. Do you know what? I'm going to pause. I'm going to clear the energy. Just give me a second. Okay, I've made the executive decision to start afresh. Oh, start afresh. Cleanse. They're really showing me the white rabbit. It's not even white on that card, but they're showing me a white rabbit. White rabbit could be significant to somebody, something where you've put a lot of time and effort into it, perhaps. Anything else, please? Any other messages for Taurus? Yeah, they're telling me Jefferson aeroplane. Showing me an aeroplane. Showing me clouds, clowns and clowns. Clown shoes, big clown shoes. And the same boats. I don't know, maybe somebody's referred to their feet or to their shoes as boats. Maybe somebody's got big feet. They're honking a clown nose. Like, anything else, please? The intuition is going crazy. I feel so connected to the universe in your reading. It's incredible. The energy's so strong. A brown horse. They're saying animals, Dr. Dolittle. Maybe somebody's really connected to the clown again. Circus tent. Maybe somebody's been to a circus recently. Maybe somebody's hired a clown entertainer. Maybe somebody feels like their life is a circus. They're just showing me the nose and the shoes. Like big shoes. Okay. Right, I'm not even looking at the underlying because that was too much energy. Let's get some clarifies for you. So is there any words so Taurus can know and understand if this is their reading, please? Anything so that Taurus can understand if this is their reading? Shadow. Maybe somebody has a horse called Shadow, I'm hearing. I feel like I'm not even on this plane at the moment. Like the gingham, the check is making my eyes go so weird. I feel so heady. Voice, shadow voice. Oh, they're giving me, I forgot to mention it, they're giving me again, Save Your Tears for Another Day by The Weeknd. Save your tears for another day alone. along. It's interesting, I read it as alone. Save your tears for another day. Take me back to another day. Stop. I'm hearing don't stop. Darling. Again, darling came through for one of the readings today. I think it was the like the success reading, I think, had darling. It was coming through like Peter Pan. You know, Mary Darling, is that a name? Mary Darling. Maybe somebody calls somebody darling. I am sorry my phone tried to do an update. Interesting, it feels like there's interference with this reading. The energy of this reading is super strong. It's incredible. It's so funny because I remember when I first started doing readings, I'm sure I had trouble doing Taurus readings. They were just like flat. It was like, no, Taurus is practical, Taurus is sensible, Taurus doesn't do the whole spiritual mumbo jumbo, which, and I was like, why am I doing readings for Taurus? And I just remember I used to find it so hard to connect with my guides, with that universe energy, with my intuition. And then I remember there was like a shift, and it was like Taurus had activated. It's probably about a year into me doing videos, and it was like I got so much information for you. It was like this reading, I was overwhelmed. I was like, what is happening to Taurus? And I've got that energy again of just Taurus maybe having an awakening, Taurus having an epiphany. Okay, what's going on please for Taurus? Why am I feeling this way? What's going on please for Taurus? That's too many cards. I'm sorry, I can't take that many. Can I have one card for Taurus? One card for Taurus. We need clarity in this reading, please. Thank you. Meandering pathway, flow, leadership there, stag spirit. Maybe you've got some kind of a patronus, some animal that you see as your patronus. Kind of giving me Harry Potter. Meandering pathway, flow. This is giving me Gandalf, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. I'm hearing Elven Masters, whatever that means. Meandering pathway, flow. The word flow is giving me Taylor Parks. Yep. Flow. We should just let things flow. Second has to slow you down. We should just let this go. Please. I don't need guarantees. So maybe you need to go with the flow in a situation. Maybe you need to lean into something. Release control. Maybe don't be so stubborn, Taurus. I'm just trying to find the card, sorry, I'm breathing into it. Meandering pathway, flow. As you saunter down the pathway, you are not sure what is around the next corner, but you are relishing the moment. You gaze at the interplay of light and dark of the leaves of the trees and inhale the fresh forest air. Maybe some of you have had I'm getting a dream. Maybe some of you have had a dream where you're walking in a forest or in a woodland environment. Some of you that you may have literally done this recently. All is well. You know that you don't have to see your destination. All it is required is for you to enjoy the journey. Taurus is a sign that likes to have goals, especially if you've got a Taurus Mars placement. I'm hearing that for somebody. Taurus likes to have goals. Taurus likes to know where they're heading. They like to have a bullseye. They show me, it's funny because you're the bull in the zodiac. They like to have a bullseye to aim at. And it can be very hard to get Taurus to change their path, right, from their goals. You know, if you imagine trying to push a bull off their path, you know, that's going to be a hard thing to do. So I feel like you're being encouraged to go with the flow, to let go of any kind of like stubborn tendencies. Not everybody's going to be like that. Again, we're a whole melting pot of signs. You know, every single planet has a different placement in your chart. So you may be a Taurus, you may be Taurus Sun and have Libra rising, right, and be a lot more free flowing. It's kind of like if you think about a soup, like a potluck, right? All your different planets will be a different placement. And so you could have 3 different Tauruses, but their planetary soup will be different, and therefore their personality will manifest in different ways. So each placement is a component. Your sun sign is just one component. So some Tauruses will be more stubborn than others, depending on things like your Mars sign as well. Again, a Mars Taurus or a Mars Scorpio is going to be particularly stubborn. So yeah, this is like go with the flow. You don't have to have goals. You don't have to have a destination. You can just enjoy the moment. You can exist in the moment and find joy in your immediate surroundings, your immediate situation, in that like singular point in time. When life presents you a meandering path rather than a straight shot to a goal, you can feel frustrated. You might bemoan the fact that the path seems aimless and roundabout. That sounds like such Taurus energy. And that you can't see what's ahead. Feels like Capricorn as well. I'm getting a bit of Capricorn. Some of you may have that in your chart. On the other hand, you can just enjoy the voyage. If life right now seems to have some sinuous curves, bends, loops and turns, don't despair. All is as it should be. The card is suggesting that you relinquish control to the path forward and just see where it takes you. You don't have to have all the answers to succeed. You don't need to know what tomorrow holds to have an astounding future. Simply sit back and enjoy the ride. You get to exactly where you need to be for your highest good. You will, because Spirit's guiding you, right? The spirit of the meandering pathway says, everything falls into place when you don't resist the flow of the meandering pathway of life. Allow the path to take you where you need to go. Don't hurry it or resist it. Simply let go, surrender and enjoy the journey. So you are being asked to release control. I feel like for some of you, you could have had some kind of goal, some kind of ambition, something that you were working towards, and your plans have kind of been scuppered, right? It's like you realised, like, that thing that I wanted, you know, all the hard work, that maybe that's why we saw the Seven of Pentacles as well. All that hard work that I've been putting into that goal over time has failed me, right? It was like, you feel like maybe it was all for nothing. I want to say it wasn't. You've learnt lessons, you've developed skills along the way. You, if you were put into the same situations again, you would navigate them more easily because you've built that skill set, right? You've got that toolbox of life behind you, so nothing is ever wasted. It just may be that Spirit has something better in mind for you and you were on the wrong path without even knowing it. So go with the flow. Spirit is taking you somewhere somewhere better than you could have ever possibly imagined. And I want to say that Spirit wants you to enjoy the journey. I'm just going to try and, I'm looking at the camera, let's pop that there for a second. So tell me about Taurus's energy. Whoa, this deck has been super chatty. Enjoy the sunshine. If you've been feeling a little bit cold lately, if you've been feeling a little bit perhaps emotionally cold, or just like the world's been a bit harsh, and the sun comes out, enjoy it, enjoy the moment, bask in that sunlight, bask in that warmth. Now that sun could be a metaphor for many different things. It could be you know, eating a piece of chocolate that is really, really nice, and just, you know, eat it slowly and really enjoy it. Again, that's a very Taurus trait, that kind of leaning into luxury, enjoying the luxury of life. You know, if life is giving you lemons, do you like lemon cake? Do you like lemonade? Perhaps you could trade those lemons for some watermelon. You know, what can you do with that? So see the gifts that you're given in the moment. Let me just read from the book for that one. I'm hoping my battery doesn't run out on my phone. If it does, I'm going to have to switch cameras. This is a fire element. Perhaps you've got fire in your chart. Instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, dreamer. So allow yourself to dream. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception, as if it has a sixth sense. The lizard hears what's yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. So there's something there about trying to predict where you're going, trying to predict the future, but it's tiring, okay? So live in the moment. Big crowds, lots of travel or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights in the big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. So perhaps some of you are feeling very, very tired at this moment, very, very drained. Perhaps you've been in a lot of very busy social situations. Taurus, you are a surprisingly social sign. I know, especially my Taurus, all my Taurus friends, I was going to say Taurus female friends, but I can definitely think of some guys as well who love social situations. You know, they love that party lifestyle. They love having a good time. You know, Taurus to me is like the surprise party animal of the zodiac. I think that's often overlooked when people talk about Taurus energy. You may need to spend some time alone. You may need to go and retreat a little bit, you know, be on your own, be in nature, even if this is just like sitting in your own garden, going for a walk in the woods. Obviously, look out for your own safety there. But I feel like the more you disconnect from the hustle and bustle of daily life, the more you return to nature, the more you have, you sit in your own energy, the more easily you connect to your own intuition and your psychic awareness. And I think you I think you're very, very almost shamanistic. You know, you are this kind of like wizard energy. It's funny, with it giving me Dr. Dolittle, like really good with animals. It's like you are naturally psychic. You are naturally attuned to that kind of like mother nature energy. Gaia, I can never pronounce it. And I want to say that the more relaxation time you have, the more time you have to reconnect with nature in whichever way you do that. Even if this is like, I live in an apartment in the city, but you know, if I go and have a hot bath and I turn the light off and play nature sounds, I can, you know, I can dream, I can meditate and imagine that I'm in these places. There could be something like that for you. I want to say that you see signs from spirit, you see the synchronicities, you see the patterns. Your intuition guides you. You've got strong intuition, very, very connected to earth energy. And you may have been very disconnected from that, which may leave you feeling drained, exhausted, spiritually exhausted. So make sure you do that, even if it's just, you know, once a week, an hour-long bath, lights off, candle lit, nature sounds playing. You do that kind of like meditation work, that dream, that awake dreaming, you know, that may be enough to replenish that spiritual stock that perhaps you're missing. Who is Taurus then, please? Oh, let me just finish that. When in balance, artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. When out of balance, elusive, non-committal, and flaky. Hey, Libras. Bring into balance a creative project. Libra, that's a misunderstanding of Libra energy, I want to say. That elusive, non-committal, and flaky. It's misunderstanding the nature of Libra, where Libra needs that balance. Libra needs to... it's like, it's funny, I'm getting that circus energy again. They need to keep all the plates spinning, right? That's Libra's talent, is to keep the plates spinning, to keep everything in perfect harmony. It's like to create harmony out of chaos. But it does mean that they have to spread themselves quite thinly. So I want to say that if people are seeing Libra's flaky, again, I'm saying this because you have that shared Empress energy, and I feel like some of you could be connecting with a Libra. It's not that they're flaky, it's that they are mentally doing gymnastics, where, you know, they are trying to look at things from all different angles. They're trying to spin a lot of plates in the air all the time, and you know, they may not have that attention span to commit to something in the way that Taurus does, because they are, you know, it's different. People have different talents, and every talent comes with a plus and a drawback. You know, Taurus's talent is being very, very fixed, you know, having a lot of commitment on one thing, but it does mean that they're very hard to move from that, right? It's a very stubborn energy. That's kind of the flip side, where Libra is much, they have that like going with the flow energy. They're much more adaptable, but sometimes they come off as a little bit flaky and non-committal. So it's this flip side energy that's coming through. So there could be something where there's a need for understanding these two different energies. Who's Taurus? This is Taurus? This is Taurus, right, okay. You're being strange. Sorry. Who is Taurus? Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful card. This is Capricorn energy. Again, you could have Capricorn placement. Independent. This is a Garden and the Gate card. This is an Empress in waiting. So about to step into Empress energy. Looking after yourself, self-care, being very independent. You may have started your own business recently. You may be doing something where you're earning your own money. It's a strong, independent, capable, nurturing energy, and it's self-nurturing, it's self-reliant, right? It's like, it is the spa day card. So you could be very comfortable financially right now, or you're working on creating that financial comfort. Beautiful card, and very, very nice for you. And she is in a garden as well. So you're getting a lot of this kind of like garden nature energy. Really, really nice energy for you there. Okay, let's do your energy then. I just need to kind of get everything out of the way a little bit there. So I'm getting 9 cards, Queen of Wands there, and the underlying poking through, could be for something, for somebody. I'm going to do 9 cards. It's kind of point A to point B. I'm just going to read it as it lays, and then I'm going to pull you some cards for energy outside of you as well. So 9 cards for Taurus, please. Justice card, there's Libra immediately showing up. So you could have strong Libra placements in your chart. As I say, you could be like sun sign Taurus, rising sign Libra. Ten of Swords. Something's being cut out, something's ending. Somebody's having success in something though. It's like having an ending after, having success after an ending. Something's been very stressful. There could have been some kind of legal situation for you. There is a fresh start coming. You're going to feel like you've dropped a lot of baggage. You do need to gain more information on something. Is this meant to be in the reverse? Which way around, please? Nope. That's the World card. Can you see these very well? I'm just push everything up a little bit. The World card, yeah, something's closing out for you. Absolutely, you've learnt lessons from something. There could have been some kind of painful ending, but you've learnt a lot of lessons. You've been in your head about it, but you're having a fresh start. Which way, please, for this Hermit energy? Nope, not clear. Which way, please, for this Hermit energy? Thank you. Doing a lot of soul searching. Really figuring out what you want, right? What you want. Having independence. This is really good energy. Taurus. One more card, please, for Taurus. Five of Pentacles. Some of you could have had a separation or a divorce, or you could have gone your separate ways in business. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles on the underlying. So this is, does have, whatever this situation is for you, whether this is a family situation or this is a business situation, it does appear that there's been a painful ending. It does feel like somebody felt a little bit betrayed at some point here. Stabbed in the back, perhaps. You've learnt lessons from it. It could have been some legalities involved. Again, it could be like a work thing where, you know, there's been contracts involved. You know, perhaps you were in business with somebody. There's been a division of the assets. You are coming out of it perhaps feeling like you don't have very much financially. You've definitely taken a loss with this Five of Pentacles in terms of something that was it was, I was picking it up over here. It's like you had a goal, right? You were creating this Ten of Pentacles situation. You were putting in the time and effort into this situation. Could be that there was an emperor involved, a father figure. You could identify as a father figure, a grandfather, a husband, a boss. Yeah, there's an emotional disappointment here as well. Again, with the legalities, like the lines being drawn, boundaries being put up. Could be a situation where somebody's getting divorced and they're halving the assets. Who gets the house? Who gets the car? Who gets custody of the children? How much time do you get with the children? You know, you were trying to grow this. You thought you were building a legacy. So you know, when things go wrong for whatever reason, perhaps somebody does feel betrayed in this situation. Somebody could be very stressed and anxious about this situation. You know, when that doesn't work out, when you had that fixed goal and you put everything into it and you did your best and it still didn't work, it still failed, whether it's a business, a relationship, it's hard. There's hard feelings. It's funny that no hard feelings came through in that other reading. You know, you feel like you wasted your time, you feel like you wasted your life. Perhaps some of you are a little bit older now, and you think, you know, will anyone still want me? Will people still find me attractive? Will I've got children, you know, I'm on this dating app site with children, you know, I don't want to go out partying to meet people. What am I supposed to do at my age? I'm channeling, sorry, I'm really strong intuition energy coming through. If this isn't your story, it's not your story. Again, if this is business, it's I put everything I had into that business. I put all my money into it. I was relying on it. I thought that was going to be my future. I thought that was going to be my nest egg. I thought that was going to be my retirement. And yet, you know, my business partner, you know, jumped out of it. They ended the contract early. They stabbed me in the back. I can't make this work without them. I feel like something's possibly dragged through the courts, or something has there's been some legalities involved. You know, maybe you've had solicitors involved with that Justice card there. You know, I feel like it's been a long drawn out process. There's been a lot of anxiety over this. You know, you feel drained. The thing with this card is the energy's been sucked out of her. The life has been sucked out of her. Like, you can see the bite marks on her neck there, but she's still got a hand on that sword. She's still fighting. She's not giving up. So the Nine of Swords, this anxiety, this dragging out energy, moves into the Ten of Swords, which is the stabbed in the back. It is the Caesar energy. It is the betrayed energy. So I feel like you could have had to deliver a final blow to somebody that you knew was going to be painful, but it gave you your freedom, and you are going into success here. This is all your energy. So you are going into the Six of Wands, which is success, it is celebration. I'm not seeing it here, which the card I'm kind of seeing in my mind's eye is the Five of Swords, which is winning at all costs. It's funny that reading that I did earlier had the winner takes it all. So it's like you've won, but perhaps you've lost a lot of money in legal fees, right? It's like maybe winning meant more to you than coming out of this with a lot of stuff. It's like you had to get the win, right? It's like, I'm going to put all my money into this legal battle, but it's the principle of the thing, because the this Justice card here can indicate high honor, integrity, doing things because it's the right thing to do, rather than the sometimes, I mean, she's very, very logical, but it matters to her more about doing the right thing. So I was describing it in one of the readings as this kind of like Wonder Woman energy, you know, integrity, that lasso of truth is really important to her. The center card of this reading here is this Fool energy. It is this fresh start. It is this leap of faith into something new, dropping everything. The Fool travels light. You know, he's only got this one knapsack on his shoulder. His clothes are ragged. He may not have a lot of stuff. He may not have a lot of money. He, she, they. But she's got, you know, they've got their faithful companion. They're giving me the littlest hobo. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. So it's very happy-go-lucky energy. It's Aries energy. You've got Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Libra. So any of those signs could be relevant to you. These could be your placements in your chart. Again, this is all your energy. So big leap of faith forward, big fresh start. You are taking a huge loss here in something, really starting out light, but in a strange way, it's actually making you feel more successful. It's actually bringing you reward and recognition and victory and people cheering you on. You do have more learning to do. You do have more information to gather. This Page of Swords is like a spy energy to me. It's recon, but traditionally it's a student who's learning, gathering information. You are information gathering here. You are doing some deep soul searching here. I do feel like you feel divinely guided. Aries' reading yesterday, I think, had the word cliff at one point, and these two people are stood on a cliffside. It was coming in with a Taylor Swift song, standing on the cliffside saying, give me a reason. Your faithless love's the only hoax I believe in. Some of you could be Aries, Taurus cusp, with Aries being the center card here. I think I often get Aries, Taurus energy for you. I don't know if somebody's dealing with an Aries. But yeah, brilliant, perfect. The World card going into the Fool card. This is the Fool's Journey of the Tarot. The first card in the Tarot is the, if you're talking about the kind of master cards, the first card is the Fool. It is the leap of faith into something new. It is the fresh start. It is the child being born again. It is that I don't know where life is taking me, but I trust spirit energy. You go through all the different cards of the tarot until you get to the final kind of the master cards, and it's the World card. It's lessons learned. It's I've completed the Fool's journey. I've closed this cycle in my life. I've learned the lessons. I've closed out karma. Some of you could have closed out ancestral karma here with these three cards. You know, getting rid of the baggage, getting rid of the karma, learning the lessons, closing out that cycle, starting afresh. So you may see these two cards come out together like this when you have completed a university course and you're going out into the field of adult work. So that's when you might see cards like this coming out. This is a big major cycle change. For you, it is coming in with some pain, but you are on the road to success. And I think there's a lesson here where you're learning that I'm hearing everything can be gone in an instant. Sorry, let me just move those up so you can see those cards if you need to see them. Everything can be gone in an instant. You can build that nest egg, and you don't know what might happen to the stock market. You don't know what might happen to the housing market. Things can crash. You know, I think, has Bitcoin just crashed? I feel like I've read that. So, you know, if you invest all your eggs in one basket, you know, that might not be the best strategy. So yeah, I feel like you've learned a lesson. It was a painful lesson. It's caused you a lot of stress and anxiety. You felt betrayed. You felt out in the cold. You felt like doors have closed to you. But in a weird way, you're learning from it. You're having success because of this experience in the long term. Tell me an energy outside of Taurus, please. What is Taurus dealing with? Yeah, that confusion energy. You're dealing with the devil trying to get you in your own head. Somebody who maybe treated you as an option, treated you as a choice. Perhaps you were vying for some kind of job contract and this person kept you on the hook, right? They never committed. They always treated you as an option. This person was confused. They didn't know what they wanted. They didn't know what they were looking for. You're better than that, Taurus. You are the Empress, right? Anything else, please? Again, he, she, they, however you resonate. Queen of Cups energy. This person offered you love, but at the same time, I feel like they were giving to somebody else. And now I feel like they're watching you have success. This could also be King of Wands. You could have dealt with the King of Wands character. Yeah, so these could be different people, so take it as it resonates. So somebody here treating you as an option, causing you confusion. You didn't know where you stood with this person. You've got somebody here. It could be a woman, doesn't have to be. It could be a Cancerian, doesn't have to be. It could be a mother, doesn't have to be. It could be a wife. It could be a friend who perhaps was a little bit emotionally manipulative. This person, normally the Queen of Cups in the upright, right? I'm going to run through the scenarios. It could be different things. The Queen of Cups in the upright is a supportive friend. It's somebody who has a lot of love to give. They're very, very nurturing. They're very, they have a big open heart and they wear the heart on their sleeve. You know, they're going to tell you what they're feeling. They're also very, very emotionally supportive. So if you are going through something, you may have a friend who's your emotional support system, like somebody that you can really, really rely on. You know, you can ring them at 3 o'clock in the morning and they will pick up and they will talk you down. Like, that's the kind of friend that the Queen of Cups is. It could also, because it's connected to this, some of you, this could have been the person that was confusing you. They were showing you love, they were offering you love, but at the same time they were giving to another situation behind your back. They could be somebody who was in between relationships. You know, they had left a previous relationship, they were confused about what they wanted, they would look like they were offering you love, but it confused you. You know, you felt like this person had a lot of options. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. This can also tell me two stories. For some of you, this is somebody who's watching you have success, watching you build up your independence, thinking, how do they do it? It could be, this is Capricorn energy again. This could be like Gemini energy for me, or any air sign. There could be a child involved. This could be a child who's an air sign. This is giving me strategy energy. There could be somebody around you who is very, very independent, and you're watching them thinking, how are they doing it? This could be, again, a friend who is very independent. They've built up their own portfolio, I'm hearing. They've built up their own assets. They're very comfortable. They are very secure financially. They have a nice house. They have a nice home. They have a nice garden. You're gaining information from them. How do they do that? How do they do that? I do feel like there's somebody outside of you who is mirroring you, who is echoing you. These cards are in the upright. This is the only card that could cause confusion or negativity. Let me just pull another card on that Seven of Cups. What's the Seven of Cups? The Magician. Yeah, somebody's tricking you, somebody's manipulating you. I feel like that's a different energy. That's kind of giving me the devil energy. Somebody who's like, I can make your dreams come true, but they just confuse you. I want to say step away from that energy. It could be Gemini, it could be Virgo. I want to say it's just confusing you. So you need to use that Sword of the Justice card and the Sword of the Page of Swords to communicate what you want, be honest about it, and then draw a line and step back. I feel like this person could be mirroring you, but they're not communicating. You've got your sword raised, they've got their sword down. So so just show you that card there. They've got the sword down there. They've got the sword down there on that Magician card. So you're communicating, you're being open, you're being honest, you're being transparent. Are they really doing the same? This person feels like a different person. It could be two different people. Give me a clarifier on that Queen of Cups. This person, yeah, they are offering you love and support. They're very slow moving. They have something to offer you, but they are they're dragging the heels a little bit. It's just the type of person that they are. They're not a bad person. They're just slow moving, right? They like to do things properly. They like to do things right. Again, you've got another Virgo card. This Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Swords, really interesting, because you're in Nine of Pentacles energy and they're showing in Nine of Pentacles energy, so they match you very, very well. This could be it feels like a friend, right, who's gone through the same thing, right? So they can offer you the emotional support, or they're watching you build up your independence. Tell me more about this person here, the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. If they haven't been communicating or taking action, or they've been very slow to do so, I feel like they will do soon. The Page of Swords is gathering information. The Knight of Swords is delivering information. So I feel like they're gaining information before they communicate, before they take action. This is why they're being so slow moving. They could be waiting for you to talk first, for you to play your cards so that they can play their cards, right? A little bit strategic here. I want to say that they're protecting their independence. All right, I hope that was helpful for you. There's the Queen of Wands. We've seen the Queen and the King of Wands in the underlying. There could be a very passionate relationship coming in for you. What shall I use as your advice card? I hope this was helpful to you, by the way. Where do we want to go for advice? Let's go. I'm not feeling strongly in any direction, so let's go Spirit Animal Oracle. It's always a reliable little advice deck. So, what do you have for my lovely Taurians, please? Swan Spirit, time for a deeper dive and clear out the clutter. Yeah, clear out the clutter, definitely. And it's right on that full card. You want to travel light, right? You want to, I feel like things are moving for you, right? You've been asked to go with the flow. You've been asked to be flexible. So it could be something to do with your job where it's like you may have to hop on a plane on a moment's notice. So you want to pack light. Transformation is beautiful. Yeah, you're absolutely going through some kind of transformation there. I'm going to read both of these for you. I'm going to read Swan Spirit because it came out first. Because I saw it first. Yeah, you're leapfrogging. You're about to leapfrog, right? You're about to leapfrog onto a different lily pad. I feel like you're going somewhere better. So some of you could be literally moving house or moving workplace. So you want to get rid of unnecessary clutter now so that when you move, you can travel light, right? You don't want baggage slowing you down. So Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. With their graceful long necks, I feel like Aries had a white swan as one of their intuitive messages. With their graceful long necks, swans are able to reach into the depths. When Swan Spirit arrives, you are called to take a deep dive beyond what is easily available on the surface. Again, gather more information. For there is knowledge that you are not aware of and a great treasure to discover. Deeper understanding awaits you, and a perspective comes from greater self-knowledge is what you need right now to better understand a situation or relationship. As you come to know yourself more intimately, so too will you come to better know others. So Swan Spirit asks you to go beyond the surface of what is happening between you and others and resist the temptation to judge by superficial appearances. Know there is a much deeper potential for loving connections, forgiveness and mutual understanding. Choose to deep dive into your why. Asking the deeper questions of yourself, you are led by the grace of Swan Spirit. You may have a twin flame situation. I'm going to throw it out there. It's not going to be for everybody. This is not like a romance. It's not a romantic comedy. It's often a very, very painful process that teaches us a lot of lessons. You've got 11 there. You've got this card here, which is one of my twin flame cards. 2 flames in the background. And you are mirroring. This person's showing 9 of Pentacles. You're showing 9 of Pentacles. They're showing Page of Swords there. You're showing Page of Swords. The Swan could also be indicating this for me. Yeah, learn the lessons and this relationship can grow and blossom. You know, communicate, learn to understand each other better, especially if you have confusion between you. There's absolutely mirroring. Now you could also have some kind of soulmate connection here where you are on a very similar life path, like a parallel life path with somebody else who could be a great friend to you. You know, this person could reflect you, but kind of also be your opposite. This is an opportunity for growth, for compassion, for understanding, for learning from one another. But you have to be, you both have to open up on both sides to have that happen. You know, don't stay in toxic relationships. If that, you know, if you do identify as being someone who's in a twin flame relationship and you feel like it's dipping into toxicity, which, you know, is, you know, you have to take a step back. You have to draw those boundaries. You have to let that person learn their own lessons. And this is one of the lessons that you learn if you're on that journey. You have to pull back. You have to not necessarily cut the cord, because I don't think you can in those situations, but you have to pull back, right? You both have to get into this wonderful garden and the gate energy before you can come together. It feels like twin flame, but it's 2 empresses. Because these are both the Empress in waiting, right? It could be that you're both about to ascend to a new level. I don't like this Seven of Cups. I don't like this confusion between you. But the confusion between you, the feeling of not having answers, the feeling of being separated from someone, helps you to open up your intuition. This could be why my intuition was going crazy when I started this reading, because, you know, the separation period could be causing you to ascend, could be causing both of you to ascend. It is a very confusing time. If you want to look up Dark Night of the Soul, Ascension, Spiritual Ascension, Twin Flames, absolutely go and look at all of that. But do not get close to this person if the relationship is in toxic energy. You have to step back. Otherwise, you will not, this relationship will not transform, it will not ascend. But I feel like you're very, very close with you being both. If this is relevant to you, if it's not, leave it. Again, for some of you, it's just a friend, right? I feel like you're both in this cocoon energy, you're both in this self-care energy, you're both in this, I'm going to nurture myself, I'm going to look after myself, I'm going to protect myself, and you're about to both go into that chrysalis and come out. You're about to have an ascension, I want to say. You're mirroring. You know, take it if it's relevant, leave it if it isn't. But, you know, you have to do it. You have to be independent first. You cannot, this will not work if you're codependent. You have to be independent. You know, an emperor and an empress, two empresses, collaborative, but also spiritually independent, and very high vibrational. Taurus, this is pretty amazing. Clear out the clutter. Frog spirit knows that while all the other frogs are croaking away, this is a time for you to simplify and declutter your life so that you can feel content on your own lily pad. Even your own lily pad, right? Garden in the gate, Empress in the waiting. Even when life isn't creating us total cacophony, we can be drawn to the excitement of lots of noise. There you go. It's like you're being dragged out of this singular energy into social situations or into a busy workplace, and you're disconnecting from that spiritual link. And it could be a spiritual connection with a soulmate, a past life soulmate, a spiritual kindred spirit, you know, whoever this person is who's mirroring you. You're losing that connection. You're never going to fully lose it, right? It's always there. That cord between you is always going to be there, but you can't connect to it if you're getting drawn into very, very busy situations. Again, it's like a city situation, a busy workplace. It's showing me like an office environment. You need that time alone. You need that time with the trees, with nature, with animals, with, you know, in the bath, in the darkness, whatever it is for you. Then the next thing we know, our schedules and homes are cluttered with commitments we regret making and objects taking up valuable space. Even relationships need decluttering as they often become messy. Frog spirit appears to tell you to clean house, prioritizing what you need and get rid of or give away the rest, so you can have some space in your day and in your head. You don't need all the old stuff and its stories shouting at you about the past. Along with physical clutter, friendships are sometimes kept long past their expiration date, weighing you down with unnecessary baggage. Again, this friendship thing. Now is the time to let go. I want to say that what is meant for you will always come back to you. If this relationship is meant to be, they're giving me, I'll put this love in a bottle and I'll go to the beach. Let the pain and sorrow wash over me. If it's you, you'll come back to me. But now I'm right here in my memories. Just look at me now. I'm not sure. I'll try and remember to put that song in the description box down below. Yeah, if it's meant for you, it will come back to you. An energetic cord. You know, sometimes soulmates come into our life for a season to teach us a lesson. Sometimes soulmates are an unbreakable bond that we keep finding this person across lifetimes. If they're meant to be in your life, they will come back to you, right? Serendipity will happen. When we hold on too tightly, sometimes that can create a blockage. Whatever you need will appear when you need it, so release your grip on that clutter. That is making you feel anxious and burdened. Some of you, it's literal clutter, like you need to clear out your house. Frog spirit wants you to reclaim your space unencumbered by shoulds, oughts and could have beens. Let go and jump. You are free from all that old stuff, and that is on. You're free from all that stuff, right? 10 of Swords, the World card. Whatever has ended, or it's ending, so let it end, because you're going into something that's more successful for you. You know, this is This is a divinely guided cycle in your life. You have learnt lessons. Nothing is ever wasted if you've got the lessons from it, right? If you've added to your toolbox of life, nothing is ever a waste of your time. All right, Taurus, I hope this reading was helpful to you. Please do take care of yourselves. I'm just noticing here as well, lay a solid foundation for your future. You know, if you're going into something new, you want to do it with secure foundation so that you don't have those tower moments repeating in the future. You know, you want that solid base. You want those secure foundations. And you've got a rebirth is assured and know your worth as well. I feel like they're all for you. And Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. Learn from the past. It just keeps going. Learn from the past and freedom is yours. So enjoy it. Turn knowledge into wisdom. It just keeps going. So Taurus, in incredibly powerful, liberating reading. I can see that you've absolutely been through something, but you're coming out strong. Like, this is your energy. 9 of Pentacles. That's one of the most high vibrational cards in the whole of the tarot. So whatever you're doing it right, and you are on the right path. So keep going. Hope it was helpful to you. Do take care. Leave me a like if you liked and all that business. And I will see you again soon. Bye bye, my lovely Taurians.